What is going to go down at the National in Chicago this year, I'm literally spending 4 days at the National Convention as a dealer. I'm coming guns a-blazing.
Oh,
I'm coming. I'm out of control for 4 days. I called this man's wife and convinced her to let him come to this conference. He wasn't coming. He's like, have a good time, everyone. I'm devastated. I'm like, give me your wife's number. I'm gonna do crazy. I'm gonna like try to break the place. You got your perspective.
I just want to be happy.
What perspective?
Been here since Tuesday night, got in super late, 3-hour delay. Got in Wednesday, all day. Been here with my best friend, Brandon Warnicki, man who runs Wine Library. Sign up for winetext.com. This is 1992 for us.
Sure is.
1992 action, fans, bunch of myself, Little Lou holding it down, Tyler holding it down, D-Rock. You've even showed some business skills, which is really amazing to me, and I'm proud of you. It is now, what is it, Saturday, late afternoon. We got full day tomorrow. Devastated Brandon's leaving. Still gonna try to talk him out of it. Just having the best time, best people, trying to let them make cash. And I'm considering becoming a full-time sports car dealer and shutting down VaynerMedia. First of all, I'm just unbelievably humbled to be here. I'm an immigrant that was born in the Soviet Union. I grew up in New Jersey, very lemonade stands, very much sports cards. You know, for a lot of us of a certain age here, 87 Tops was like a rite of passage. It was like the crescendo moment. It was like, the 6th grade baseball card club in Edison, New Jersey changed the course of my life. I got very into this world, and basically I'm one of the great all-time terrible students because I spent 99% of my time between the ages of 10 and 16 reading Beckett and Tough Stuff and trying to buy cards. I grew up from such humble beginnings and that I was never able to afford to come to this convention as a kid and would always read about it and dream about it. So this is a substantially surreal moment for me. To me, happiness is about doing what you want to be doing. Too many people focus on the money, the things that come along with it. I think you have to focus on the process. This is the best. I miss shows so much. I have Randy and Bregman over here at 40. I'll do those at 30. Cheater stays at 80. This during this little thing is at 20. Tomorrow I'm raising the prices by 10 bucks each. I'm being dead serious. Very simply, we have to make happiness the North Star. We have to. Because the framework of all of us over the last 100 years is success, and even worse, things. My great hope is that happiness becomes a North Star equal to financial success because it's so much better. That's awesome, brother. Real pleasure, man.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you so much for buying that.
Yeah,
Real nice meeting you. And you're here how long? The whole week?
Yeah, we're here.
Come back more other times. All right? Yeah, here, bro. Take a pack. And if you pull a signed auto of mine, then you get a $25,000 business consultation. Say well. One of the big things that I'm passionate about is, are you doing something you enjoy to do? Like happiness and fulfillment has to become a much bigger part of the conversation than financial upside. I'm always very hurt when people think that I'm pushing hustle and too much work and make it for the money. You know, my behavior doesn't map to that. I would have been a venture capitalist then. Like I'm talking about actually liking what you do.
I want you to.
Come on.
I appreciate everything you've done for me.
You're out of control. Thank you so much. Really.
If it wasn't for your mindset, my mindset would have never.
Stop by before the show ends. We'll hang one more time. Real pleasure.
You know, these are my very first vintage cars I ever bought.
Let's go. Smart move. Now you got the right story.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to have you. And I'm curious, because I know you came to the National for a bit last year.
I did.
But what was really the tipping point awareness-wise or just in seeing the hobby where you were like, this is the differentiator, this is what brought you back?
For me, it's the nature of flipping. You know, the macro trend of 14, 15, 16-year-olds buying and selling sneakers is something that I've watched for 7 or 8 years. When I really analyze that market, the kids are getting far more sophisticated. This is not what I saw from kids 7, 8 years ago where they'd stay in line for 4 hours, flip a Supreme and be pumped to make their 300 bucks. This is running hardcore tech to nab things on the web. This is having 44 kids in their high school stay in lines for them. You know, the 15, 16-year-olds that I interact with on Instagram, on DM, they remind me of me, who at 13 and 14, I already knew what the outcome was gonna be with my professional career, which I thought I was going to be successful. And I can sense my own when I talk to them. And some of these 13, 14-year-olds feel to me like, you know, I'm trying to figure out how to invest in humans and take 20% of the upside of a 14-year-old because I could see it. And what I started noticing was frustration around supply. They weren't able to get enough when they were right. And then I started sensing cards, momentum, watching the market, and basically it was a series of a couple conversations where I just noticed, and I intuitively have decided for myself that sports cards, much like nerd culture and Comic-Con and Marvel movies, much like sneakers, that there's a bubbling of it being cooler and more scalable than it has. This has been an inside hobby. There's a lot of people I'm seeing right here that I know have been to the last 22 nationals, 15 nationals. And over the last 3 or 4, based on the homework I've done, the room's getting younger and compared to a decade ago, and that's good. We need to change the conversation, period, about the aspiration's not to be a millionaire, it's to be happy. If I can replace the word millionaire with happy, and I'm crazy, I think I can pull it off. Literally, I'm doing what I did when I was 16 years old with this guy, my best friend Brandon. We're literally doing a show.
You having fun?
Like in an uncomfortable, like, can I muster up the courage to quit everything I'm doing and only be a baseball card dealer? Like that much fun.
Happiness is the most important.
It really is, and I preach it. And like, I'll be honest with you, I'm scared that I may do something weird like that at some point. Just garage sale and do baseball card shows. Happiness. Happiness is progression. Life's about alternatives. Like either you're happy and optimistic and moving forward, or you're unhappy, pessimistic, and looking backwards. You want to go home and go to sleep and dwell? You want to complain? Like, you're more than welcome to. To me, it's a very simple game. This is binary. What's the alternative? There will be a GaryVee card in here, which for anybody, you can imagine if you grow up, think about this. If you grew up loving and flipping sneakers and one day you had your own signature sneaker, that's what these cards are for me. This has literally been the best week of my life.
Really?
Yeah, man. This is just like, I'm like literally sad that it's Saturday night. Like, I don't do 5 days of anything. D-Rock will tell you, I fly to give a speech in Hawaii and fly back, I'm there for 4 minutes. Like, I never stay anywhere ever. I wish I could live here for the next year.
Wow.
This is as good as it gets. It's Wednesday. We sold 100 cases of cab.
Yes.
We're at a baseball card show.
Yes.
A lot going on.
A lot.
I love you.